Hello, welcome to Lille, people. I am here in this vast space. What originally was an airfield, got bombed out in the Second World War, then became a cigarette factory, and well, is now something that is, well, the complete opposite of a cigarette factory. The home of Decathlon's cycling portfolio, and that includes their very top tier road and gravel cycling stuff, Van Rysel. It is them who I am here to chat to today, to find out a little bit about the brand, to see what goes on behind closed doors, for them to develop, well, a heck of a lot of goodies. Not just for that Decathlon AG2R team, but for everyday riders like you and me. Behind closed doors, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this place. So this B Twin Village, as they call it, is immense. It's 14 football fields or soccer fields in size for, well, bike delights. You've got the development here, not just for the road bikes, gravel bikes, you've got mountain bikes, town bikes, cargo bikes, helmets, clothing. The job lot all gets developed here. There's also a massive shop where you can buy all your goodies, a workshop to get your bikes fixed, a gym over here that you might be able to hear. I think there's a bit of body pump going on. Co-working spaces, it's got it all. And outside there's pump tracks, BMX tracks, mountain bike trails. And because we're in Lille, just a stone's throw, literally a stone's throw from Roubaix, you've got Pavé just round the corner to test bikes on. Not too shabby at all. So without further ado, let's duck behind them doors and find out a little bit more about Van Rysel and what goes on here. Alright, just introduce yourself.
So this is Van Rysel offices. Van Rysel means who comes from Lille, so we are a Flemish brand located here in Lille, northern of France, capital of French Flanders. That's roughly 100 people working for the brand here and throughout the world. We are proud to make you a tour of our offices.
Fire away, tell us what the
innovation booster, so basically it's the kindergarten for engineers. They have an idea, they put it on paper, and then they can transform this idea into prototypes to discover if their idea can be something we can put on the market. So this is a concept bike we've developed in order to envision the way we want to design bikes in the future. So it's, as I said, it's a concept, so we can't write it, but it helps us to pave the road to a new way of thinking, a new way of producing those bikes. So this one has been developed thanks to artificial intelligence with an American company based in the Silicon Valley. So we implement some data, some constraints to the software, which is the way for us to reduce our footprint, so less material, super ultra personalized, so we ingest in the system data related to the users and the way you want to use the bike. And then the software proposes several iterations of shapes of the frames and of the fork. So this has been 3D printed, and that was the initial work. Okay, so that we would love to do in, let's say, 10, 20 years from now. And that is something that we've made recently. So something more realistic, 3D shaped. Again, it's really shaped on the data that we've put into the system related to our boss. So we told to the system hold the metrics of the guy, what do you want to do with it. And the systems proposed us this fork, which you can ride. Okay, so we are not there we haven't reached the objective yet because it's a bit heavy at the moment. 3D printed as well.
Well, is this all done in house?
Everything has been made in house, just like a nest.
We're here at the sports lab now, yeah?
Yes. So the sports lab here is a unique facility for us because we have 4 different climate chambers where we can study the body and mind doing research on movement, on thermal comfort, on sensor and morphology. So for us, it's the best way to understand how the body and the mind react to our product.
So what can you test there? Body temperature?
So for instance, you will test how your jersey will evacuate the sweat in various different conditions. So we recreate within those climate chambers the conditions which could be anywhere in the world. We also have different shapes of mannequin representing different types of people throughout the world. We use those areas as well when we, for instance, we work on the cockpit of our bikes. We wanted to have very similar conditions throughout the day. Okay, we didn't want to rely on the weather conditions, which can change at any time. And so you go there, you replicate the condition of a given stage of the Tour de France, for instance, and throughout the day you have exactly the same conditions, so that when the athletes feedback us on what he feels on each different cockpit is testing, then it's not influenced by those external elements because they are clearly the same throughout the day.
People will want to know if you've got a wind tunnel here.
No, but at the moment it's not a priority, honestly. What we want to do is to use the best expertise available. So we have our own engineers that are experts in carbon, they are experts in body mining research, and at some point, and many other aspects of the life cycle of the design process. But there is some aspect where we know the expertise will be much better outside of our own company, simply because they will work on these topics every day of every week, unlike a company like us would do. And so those guys, we know they are experts and they will keep on learning. So if you bring them internally, then they will not have the same capacity to develop their competencies. And so this is why we do partner with companies like Onera, the French aerospace lab.
Tell us where the aerospace company is, because I love this story.
And so we look at around us and we found out that just next to us, just across the street, just over there, just behind there was several wind tunnels, which belongs to the Onera, the French aerospace lab, so basically the French NASA. So we knock on the door with our frames on the shoulder, saying, okay guys, we have a project for you. So there was quite surprised, very unusual projects, but they've been super excited to work in. Some of them were cyclists, and so they said, okay, let's try and let's give it a try.
Tell us where we are now.
So this is the lab for prototypes, industrial prototypes. So we shape we inception the bikes in computer, and then we come here to ensure that these are stuff that we can industrialize. Okay, and we learn from the project in real life, in real conditions. We focus on some specific parts, and we make some iterations to go to the targets, basically. And then these steps is super important because it helps us to learn, to ensure that this will be stuff that we can industrialize.
This is a part of
the exchange of the victory,
the first victory of our bike.
Right, tell us a little bit. There was the first victory from the new RCR bike was with your team, Roubaix.
Yeah.
Van Rysel Roubaix.
Yes,
When was this?
When was this? I don't even know.
As far as I remember, it was in February 24 this year. Yeah, a pretty exciting moment. You know, you obviously you expect Decathlon Editora team to take the lead at this time, and surprisingly, this guy, did something incredible. So that was pretty exciting to have our both teams jumping on the podium. That was super thrilling.
Anyway, there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've sure enjoyed visiting the Van Rysel guys here. It looks like Decathlon just leave them alone to do their own thing. It's mad. There doesn't seem to be any sort of puppetry from the big wigs up above definitely is showing, because they're going from strength to strength, aren't they? It definitely doesn't feel like a brand of old, the old B Twin brand who used to sponsor the Cofidis team, the AG2R team back in the Cursor Poo days when, let's just say, the Cofidis team were on gear that, no, bike parts that you wouldn't want to ride. Today though, with the Van Rysel stuff, different story entirely, innit? Yes, I've enjoyed myself. I hope you've enjoyed checking out what goes on here as well. It's amazing, innit? Let us know in the comments below what you think. If not watching this on YouTube, shoot us a comment via the social media site. And as always, thank you for watching and enjoy your riding.